Alrighty, so looks like we're gonna get started off here. We're just gonna make sure both teams are ready for this. Let's get this all good.
Folks, I'm gonna fix the scores.
Just
like
getting
right
the eye
now.
from both sides, and then we'll just get right to it. So Slipstream Academy, it's against NFG Bumblebees. I think we've seen the matchup before. Hasn't been too bad. A couple of the maps have been actually pretty even. But Bumblebees is doing fantastic in this tournament. I believe they're in top 3 at the moment, as well as Slipstream Academy. So we'll see, how it plays out, how things go, and hopefully it all rolls smooth.
Yeah, I've actually never in my life cast a game with Slipstream Academy. So I'm excited to be able to kind of watch how this rolls out. I remember watching their last game. I can't remember exactly what happened, but yeah, I'm excited to see another. I love casting Bumblebees. I love casting the team that literally has only lost a couple maps and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, they've lost a couple maps. I don't think they have. I think they're undefeated at the moment, from what I know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they just play very clean. One of the few teams in our league who has reverse swept successfully, I believe. Starts down 0-2 and then comes back to win the map 3-2. So a lot of grit. I love grit. I work in a school. We talk about grit all the time. One of the most important things in human beings. And NFG Bumblebees kind of absolutely define that quality. So I'm excited. I love casting their games. I love watching them. They're just clean. Sometimes they're a little scrappy, but they're usually pretty darn clean.
I find one thing about NFJ Bumblebees is that it's their coordination that makes them really good. It's the comms that really carry them for sure. Calling out exactly who is low, and as a team, playing the positioning, playing the angles just to be able to secure targets and then move on from there. So we're gonna see. Oh, I think they're messing with me right now.
This is some cheese. If it's
No, they're messing with me right now. They do this every time.
okay.
I'm waiting. I'm
This
not
is
saying nothing.
This is something special. If this is what they're actually gonna do.
I mean, Slipstream Academy is pretty defiant right now. So playing kind of, I think they're looking more as a clockwork, except they're not running the Zen. They're gonna be running a Baptiste, and instead of the Torbjorn, they're gonna be running a Widow. So just doing a simple 2-2-2 here.
Yeah.
And we'll see what's all played. Running 3 support,
4 support, 5 support.
5
with the Reinhardt.
5 support on Ryan.
NFG Bumblebees.
I wonder how that's gonna go. Keeping the Reinhardt alive and then seeing how they want to play it from here.
I'll tell you, one time when I was on my old team, we put our GM coach on Doomfist and ran 5 supports. So I mean, it's pretty darn. It's
I didn't think there was gonna be much sustain from there. Once the Ryan got antied and got dropped down, the supports did not have enough sustain just to be able to push through. Right, the damage wasn't there. I don't think the communication was there either. Pushing them from the back to make them go to point, sure, but with an Orisa Hog comp, there's not much you can do against that if you're going to run those supports.
Yeah.
They will be switching to kind of a hack and slash right now, so we'll see how they play this out.
Wholesale dive on the menu after that interesting comp of choice, but anti-nade is going to be strong. It's going to connect on the Moity, Gamma Thought, zone Moity out, and Moity is going to go down to Chaotic Crab. Nice shot there.
Amplified's antis are really getting a lot of value right now. The nades are going really, really well against them. But Gamma right now, trying to get in as close as he can to get as much damage possible. They do have a Roadhog down by Babkit. Here comes Primal coming out really early in this fight.
Oh, yeah,
we're gonna see how
really quick.
That was really
quick.
They
just swapped, yeah.
But is going to pick out the Widow. Skokilla staying on that top, getting the hacks, and then running in as needed. May still trying to rush away from that. They're probably going to be able to take point from here. Alphen getting a lot of heals in, really securing that point, securing their team with a lot of heals.
We'll see if they come in.
So they do have to be very careful. At the moment, their Widow just switched to a Reaper, and they do have Blizzard. So there could be a lot of value coming in for one hold here, and it could increase the ultimates of both Reaper and Zarya during this fight.
I'm excited to see what Elfin does with the Nano. He does have it going into this potentially snowbally portion. Maybe looking to
Ryan
get his
playing
Ryan.
really aggressive against that Mei. If he does get froze, it can be a really big issue. Really nice grab by the Orisa, able to freeze both the Diva and the Genji. Oh, taking out Sombra from behind as well. And they're just be able to push forward with Mei while sitting there. Taking out both the Diva, and they will be able to take out that Ryan, maybe. Ryan's going to get out perfectly fine, actually.
Yeah. And that was probably best case scenario for Slipsteam Academy. They just had to throw in one ult and they won. I mean, Croissant, who just swapped over to the Zarya, already halfway to the grab, amplified. Also about 70% to the Nano, so they're actually looking pretty good. Well, hopefully they'll look
Absolutely,
good.
and a lot of poke coming in from both sides right now. We're going to see a couple ultimates coming online for NFG, so they're probably going to be doing something really nice. Maybe an EMP Nano Blade coming in, using 3 ultimates just to secure this little choke right here. Might be worth it, might not be worth it. We're going to have to see how it works here. Here comes the Genji ultimate. Nano's going to come out a little bit late from there, but that's okay. We're going to see how it's played. Really nice anti by Elfin here.
Oh, actually, Moity's going to get out.
Very nice job on Moity. Taking those off angles and pushing the characters to where they need to be. Mei still getting in that fight in ice block right now. She is going to get shut down immediately. But just trying to get as much all charge as possible, right? You know, using Blizzard in the previous fight and then coming up with 73% on another Blizzard. Really worth it for them to, you know, be able to stall that cart and have enough time for the team to move forward.
Scope killer. Looks like looking for the EMP right now, just kind of roaming around waiting for Slipstream to engage. Is decloaked just by the poke right now, so he's gonna have to wait for that invis to come back. Hopefully doesn't get caught by this ult.
I think NFG knows there's a lot of ultimates online for Slipstream right now, so they really need to be careful on how this goes. Here comes Square right now. I do hear the Orisa ultimate as well.
Bomb.
Coming
Let's
in
see.
right Oh my gosh.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I mean that's as good a way to win a fight as any. that was huge. That was. I mean, wait. You were just talking about the coordination of NFG Bumblebees, and that's kind of what makes them special compared to the rest of our teams. Their ult combos, kind of just how they synergize, is pretty much unlike any other team that we have here. So, oh well, let's go kill it.
Sorry, man.
Behind him. That was
Bad
good, right?
ultimates need to calm down a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I've never seen her throw a diva bomb and not get one person.
So,
Ooh, really nice grab by them.
Looks like that huge anti-nade's gonna catch 3. So even though the trance is active,
really
they're just gonna die. They're just gonna die. Amplified with an absolutely huge play. I mean, they threw in 2 ults there. It's very likely that if that nade doesn't hit, then they might get nothing. They might get no valuable return on that if that nade doesn't hit. But it does connect with 3 or 4, and they are able to take the fight with just a couple of ults. Very nice job by Amplified there.
Absolutely, you know, securing that anti, right, just be able to counter that Zen ult is really, really worth it on their part. Genji's going to come in with a blade right now. It's going to be a nano blade. Baptiste, really nice amplification here. He's going to be able to keep going. Securing 2 kills right now, 1 on Mei and 1 on Baptiste. Orisa, you know, really pushing, staying up right in the choke, being able to take out both Ryan and Genji, putting Baby Diva down. Really well played. I think the heals on Academy right now are really, really good, and it makes it so that front line can stay up a lot longer and be able to keep the sustain that they're keeping right now, as we see.
Aldo's doing really good tonight. Really, really good tonight. So I think that was a little unfortunate for NFG Bumblebees. Nano Blade, I mean, comes up with 2, but probably just not quick enough. They do swap over to the Junkrat and the Hanzo, and it looks like they're going to swap over to a Hanzo of themselves on our Slipstream Academy. So just a few interesting changes coming in here. I'm never really a big fan of Junkrat on attack, but it is Scope Kill as Junk, so, you know, I'm not going to question it. I'm going to assume that it's a good idea, but Game of Thought is going to go down. He's kind of just going to get chunked. Scope Kill down as well. Not a lot that he can do to get out once his mines are gone. Croissant probably going to farm a little bit. Has that grab now.
And at the moment, I mean, Academy right now is in a lot better position, and they understand that, you know, they don't have this much ultimates just because of the swaps that they're making, so they're able to play a lot more aggressive, you know, knowing that no ultimates will be online for NFG until this fight coming up. So really just being able to roll this team for now, and then hopefully either NFG can either secure a really nice kill, or in the flip side, Academy can get a really nice playoff and be able to hold this point so that they don't get third.
Game of Thought wall is going to be able to get out. You're not able to capitalize
Really
on
nice
it.
flame strike. Here comes the bomb.
Oh my
Taking out
god,
another
please.
3. May falling off the map. Moady taking out 2 in the front line. And they're going to be able to roll this continuously. I mean, Babkit, the ultimates are ridiculous right now. Getting a 5k on the first, getting a 3k at this point. Just a ridiculous play. Really nice dragon coming in.
Oh, that was an insane anti from Desikira. Trance is going to come out. So what Slipstream's looking for right now is a very good grab. Both the Hanzo and the Ana are down. Let's see how this goes. No trance for the grab. The grab is going to pick up quite a few of them. Dragons.
Oh, Dragon's going to be able to take all that out. Skokilla with a bomb on point isn't going to get much value. It's going to be taken out right away, and they're going to be able to hold right at that choke right there.
Yep, overtime wake does burn down, and finally, even though Bab Kitzel does come in quite clutch, it does allow NFG Bumblebees to push around that last corner. They do not hit point 3, point C, whatever you'd like to call it, and they're going to be stopped right before it.
Initiating match.
I mean, NFG Bumblebees, they have to be thinking Babkit right now. I mean, that last ult, that's the difference between them pushing around both corners of point C, really. Basically, they just have to hold quite short of almost a full completion in order to win this map. Whereas if that ult hadn't landed, if that self-destruct hadn't gotten 3, I mean, they're looking at a very losable map. That's a very... That point's very hard to hold when you aren't around both corners. So they should be thanking her, you know? Maybe a little pat on the back, a couple claps, a little bit of applause.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I was kind of a little bit quiet for a sec. I was opening up some vanilla wafers or wafers.
Wait, do you call them wafers?
Dude, I'm Canadian. We call
Oh,
them
yeah,
different, man.
Okay, no.
Wafers.
I have a Canadian friend, and he said is this just a him thing? I'm gonna ask. He calls plain bagels raw bagels. Is that like a normal thing?
Yeah, it's just raw bagel.
But that's like, God damn it, no, that's like when the dough's raw, right?
No, it's just a
No.
raw bagel. There's nothing on it.
No, that's plain
Are you
bagel.
serious?
Stop. Okay.
All right, we're gonna see a 2-2-2 come in. They're probably gonna be running a little bit of a difference here. So switching out the May for a
Raw
junk
bagel.
and switching out the Hog for a Diva, holding that Baptiste and the Mercy, and running that Torb, putting that turret. I'm not quite sure where. Oh, actually on the other side right there.
Yep, the very back right corner, setting up an interesting kind of little crossfire with the rest of the bunker. Moide is sitting with the turret, and not always the normal thing, but you know, got to do what you got to do. Skokilla gonna get an amazing
Ooh.
pick right off the bat. Winter, I mean, is gone. All disengaged for Slipstream Academy. It's just gone.
Absolutely, and keeping that trap there and putting the mine right down, really securing 1 kill so they can't push for too much longer. But being able to secure that hotel right there, you know, trying to do the best they can at this point. They're probably going to be very aggressive when they run on the point and then be able to fulfill that. Diva's going to drop down onto the May. She is going to get a lot of CC built onto her. She really needs to be careful where her health is going to go down. Orisa staying on the side, trying to hold that high ground. And they're going to be kind of pushing off a point. Skokilla getting a really nice pick onto the Ana. A little bit of less heals coming in. Croissant getting a lot of value right now from those bubbles.
Skokilla
He is going
is
to be
on a
able
roll.
to push right into there. He actually get picked off by Skokilla on the left side,
Skokilla
popping
got
off.
Gonna make it for it? Can I make it for it? No. Jiro,
Oh.
Jiro, whatever, however you say it, is
Hiding
stuck
on the
behind
side
corner
right now.
They all know where they are. They know where Jiro, like from Dragon Ball
That's
Z.
a really big stagger right now, and they don't need to be having this happen right now.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's the
Because at
difference
this point,
between
your whole team is back right now, right?
that's the difference between having 2 minutes and 10 seconds to fight this point and 1 minute and 50 seconds to fight for this point. So that I mean, that's just a huge stagger. Thankfully, didn't throw out a hero ult or anything like that. That would have been disastrous, but Oh, that's an unfortunate stagger to see. What? So Skullkilla does have the tire, is sitting in a place where it looks like they are going to
Really
use
nice
it nearly
meatball.
immediately. Let's see how this goes. This is in a scary spot right now. Is only going to get one.
Very nice.
I mean,
Taking out
still
at
one.
least one. That's perfectly fine. Skullkilla is sitting in the back, putting a lot of poke onto that Ryan. He's going to be taken out right away. Moedy's turret taking out Lucio on the walls. Skullkilla continuing to go through, just picking out one by one in that back line, holding up on the high ground. Always, you know, staying behind them and keeping that high job, right?
Right. And this is where I think if you're Slipstream Academy, you really want a diva. You might, I mean, Croissant's only 80% to the grab, and it's been 3 minutes. Like, no grabs have been had so far. But
right now, it's an okay switch for Jiro right now, switching to the Pharah.
yeah,
Just be able to, you know, hold a bit of a high ground even without even, you know, physically being on the ledge. So we'll see how it's all played. Moedy, really nice, blocking out most of the team from this.
Oh, shatter.
Here comes the Diva ultimate coming out. Ryan having the shield, but is going to get burnt, so we really need to be careful on how it's going to go. Jiro sitting in the back, pushing off the Orisa right onto point. 35 seconds left on the time. We're going to see how Farah plays this, sitting in the back, not getting hit as much. He does not know about the Orisa coming in right there, and he's going to get picked.
Caught behind. That's unfortunate. So Slipstream Academy, if they're going to make it happen, it does need to be here. Desikira is gone. The dragon is out onto the bunker. And Skullkilla does have another tire there. We're going to see how strongly that lands. The beat, it does come out, but I mean, a little early. Skullkilla is just going to be able to wait that out. Wait until the beat burns, and then, yeah, they're just going to get Winter right off the bat.
Taking on the Lucio, not having that AoE heals or the speed can be a little bit difficult, but we'll see where it's going to play it out. Elfin popping Mercy Ultimate right now, staying in the high ground, trying to keep away from any poke that's going to happen. Babkit taking out Farah and continuing on to the Hanzo that's left in the backline right now. Lucio coming in with 2 of the tags, trying to do as much as they can just to get this first point, but Gamma getting so much support. Really nice placement with the shield right now, and they should be able to hold point.
And yeah,
And that's
I mean,
the first map.
that NFG Bumblebee is off incredible Junkrat play, and really with no counter to the Junkrat whatsoever, they're going to be able to hold very easily on point.
So
And
we're
that
gonna
was
watch this bomb?
dominating. Yeah, we're going to watch this EMP bomb. I mean, that's just... Boom. Oh, you hate to see it. just
the spray. The spray.
Just a
made
little.
it.
I did my job. 11
Just
self-destruct
a
kills off of 3 self-destructs from Babkit. That's some insane efficiency there. That's good work. You know you done good, Babkit. Elton did a nice job keeping the team good and healthy, but yeah.
Alrighty, well, that is the first map. We'll be right back. NFG standing up 1-0 against Slipstream, so we'll see how it all goes. Alrighty, let's get right back into it. We're going to Lunar Colony. We're going to have our Slipstream Academy starting on the defense, and NFG taking the attack for this one. I'm getting roasted in chat right now.
Yeah.
Like the
I'm
alt
not
chat?
looking at it. I'm not looking at it because
Oh man,
we are
They're
casting children
they're taking
right
my,
now.
They're taking my name. They're taking Elda and they're putting Eldo,
Oh,
and then they're putting
duh.
Eldomi. What am I gonna do?
El dummy.
Elda.808. Oh, you bet.
But yeah, if this this game, what are we talking about? Oh, yeah, the game. NFG Bumblebees. They are up in the series 1-0, continuing their series of excellence. They've only lost a couple maps here and there, never a match. Slipstream Academy looking to equalize. Got a couple fun things in the spawn right now. Horizon kind of brings out the most fun in people, despite it being a very unfun map. Requires some pretty fun comps to beat sometimes. NFG, or not NFG, Slipstream Academy, coming out with a fun little May McCree bunker comp. And right now we're looking at more, I don't know what we're looking at with NFG anymore. After they rolled out with 5 supports and a Reinhardt, I don't care. I just expect it to be a little weird.
So triple DPS with a no, what? Okay.
Just the TP first.
They gotta
phase,
stop.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. They're a little
They
wonk.
never know.
Let's go kill him. Does get chunked down a little bit. Is getting out of there. Gets that orb just in time. Is getting a little bit spam thrown their way from Giro. That's how I'm gonna say it. By the way, is
I'm really liking the McCree pick right now. You know, keeping it so that the tanks can't get up there and get its full potential. Amplification field coming out pretty early in these couple fights. Really want to make sure that that's not on cooldown at the wrong time, as that can be really detrimental to the game.
And something I've been noticing these past with this map and the last one, it looks like Skokilla is kind of getting caught out with Translocator a lot. So kind of hope that gets fixed up. Moity, I don't know what was going on there. That was unfortunate. I think they forgot about. I don't know if they've noticed that Giro's on the crossfire right now, but it looks like they're kind of struggling with that a little bit.
But hey, you know what? Having Giro taking that off angle right, not being dove by those like both the main tanks, it's gonna be played really well for them, and she's gonna have to be contested eventually once they figure it out.
I mean, it's smart, right? Like, it's just Winter just gonna get a random pick. Oh, Skokilla again.
Skokilla needs to be building out that EMP right now if he's gonna make any play for the team. One of the closest ults they have at the moment, other than Elfin at 80% to a Nano. Both the Genji and the Sombra need to be able to get in there at the same time as the main tanks.
I mean, this is just what. All right, so they have realized
Very
Giro
well
is causing
done.
them a
Going
lot of
onto
trouble.
the Mei and trying to do the best they can. McCree peeling very well for her. Does not know where the Genji is at the moment. He's going to be going full on. The Discord jumping on him. He's going to be a really sticky situation. He's going to get picked by Winter, who has been playing really well just recently. I'm really loving his Zen right now.
Absolutely. And I mean,
there's been Discords on the right targets.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the healing orb has always been on the main tank, and they've been able to sustain this really well. Even, you know, making sure Discord's on the right people, probably making the right callouts for this. There's gonna be one person on point right now. That someone's gonna have to jump down. It is gonna be McCree against that Sombra. McCree's gonna melt down pretty much. They're going to be in a really tough situation as they're not getting a little bit scattered out right now. Amplification field coming out a little too early. They're going to be very careful. They're going to hold on to point at the moment. EMP coming out while she's all alone.
Winter's caught.
Going to have to be very careful about that. Bab kit, 88% to a bomb.
They've just lost too many. I mean, EMP was good. Hit a lot of them. Hit the people that it needed to hit, but there were just too many people dead. There were too many people not on
I think
point.
it was more of awareness of, you know, who really needed to be there, right? You know, without having the nano blade to back up for that EMP, there isn't much that they could do here. They're gonna have to figure out some way to push forward. Perhaps nano blade could be detrimental if they use cooldowns on the main tanks during this dive, and we'll have to see how it plays out.
Oh, Skokilla stunned again.
30 seconds
They're not gonna have.
They're gonna try and fight this 5v6. Here comes Nano Blade right now. High Noon coming out. Hog really taking away that Nano Blade from them completely. They're gonna be trying to hold on the point, all rotating on, taking out the Diva E. Those are going on the point. They're not gonna be able to contest.
Desikara died with
Here we
trance.
see Babkit with the bomb taking out 2 right now. Winter taking out Baby Diva during the midst. Wrecking Ball's gonna be jumping on point. Roadhog very low. Can be taken out by Elfin on the side. And here we see Spokilla switching to Doomfist. They only got 2 on point right now. They're gonna be very careful. Ant taking out both Ana and Doomfist, and nobody will be able to touch point. They're gonna hold that.
And that might have been completely different if Desi Kiera hadn't died with trance. Unfortunately, goes to point. I can't remember who he went to point with, but does kind of get hooked by the Roadhog and killed, but did have trance to be used. As soon as he dies, Blizzard goes out, and it's relatively uncontested. They get about as much zoning as they can with that ult when there's like 10 seconds left in the round. So, I mean, that Transcendence goes off, we might be seeing a very different round. His whole team might have been able to get near point and, you know, take a more aggressive fight, but they took a very split fight. They were just kind of separated. They were never able to, NFG Bumblebees, they were never kind of really able to get together as one to fight on point, and that Trance might have been able to do that. So that's unfortunate to see. That might have been a very different round if they had.
Right, no, absolutely. And I think the one thing that, you know, I believe the ultimate switches were released in this patch. Am I not wrong?
Yes, global cooldown, global ult charge has been reduced by like 12 or 13% or something like that.
Right. So one thing that NFG Bumblebees was really, really, really good with, especially on this map, was getting ultimates at the right times, understanding what ultimates that the enemy team has, and then playing from that. But with this new update and the new changes, it can be a little bit difficult to, get, 2 EMPs in the 4 minutes that we start, or getting, the correct nano blades that are needed in this team fight. It can be very difficult. It can be very frustrating now, alt tracking in a different type of manner. So not knowing 100%, right, or being used to the old percent of global alt charge, and then understanding what ultimates are available.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. And I hadn't really thought about that, but the global nerf, it's a nerf to teams like this. It's a nerf to teams who are incredible at chaining their ults like that. 100% agree with you. I think that's a really interesting claim, and I believe it 100%. But Slipstream Academy, they're just gonna run to point.
Right, but Slipstream Academy is gonna run right on the point, using the May wall to cover them from that bunker. They're gonna be able to hold on perfectly. Babkit getting taken out right away. This is a really sloppy switch on from NFG, so they're gonna be very careful. Orisa holding the high ground.
3 down.
Elfin going for a res onto Babkit. They're gonna try the best they can right now. The May wall again blocking off their main tank and continuing to roll through this. The Reaper getting so much value, getting right into their face and continuing to put pressure against them. And what's going to happen is they're going to take point right away. There's going to be 1 point on to Slipstream. This is one of their better maps.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why. They weren't ready for it. NFG Bumblebees were not. They were not ready for them to just Ryan Zarya, Lucio Moira run to point. And I mean, with the May and the Reaper, that's just so much sustain. I mean, how are you gonna walk into that? It's faster than the Orisa Hogs, so how are you gonna walk into that? That's unfortunate. The wall, as we see right there from Jarrell, is absolutely perfect. Did exactly what they needed it to do, and you'll see it.
There was 2 walls from Jarrell. There was one to block off the bunker on the first high ground, and then once they made the switch, Jarrell knew that the Orisa was alone on that high ground, blocking them off once again, and being able to hold that point and stay on the point for sure. Really well done. We're going to take a quick break. Right now, it's actually tied 1-1, and we'll have to see what's going on next map.
Absolutely. We'll see you guys in just a moment. Oh woo! 1, 2, 3. Halftime just started not too long ago. Halftime can be up to 10 minutes, so our next map could be in just a moment. It could literally be in like 30 seconds, or it could be in about 8 minutes or so. So, if you're willing to hang out until then, feel free, my friend. Absolutely. And I mean, they go and full hold on Horizon Lunar Colony, do Slipstream Academy after getting full held on King's Row. So that's a good morale boost, right? No one likes getting full held, so what's the best way to fix being boomed after being full held? It's to go and full hold. Yeah, just full hold them, forehead. Yeah, just do it to them. And yeah, we're already seeing a better series than we saw last time out of these guys. Last time, NFG Bumblebees, they did stomp. They stomped 4-0. That's just how it happened. Scuff. Croissant is a literal disco ball right now. Okay. Let's just... Yeah, they sneak it. They sneak it. They're probably going to lose it, but they sneak it for a few percent at least. Alright, Chaotic. Let's see what you got, dog. Let's see you stall. Oh, no, he's going to get schmelted. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that could be the difference. That 16% could be the difference between winning this round and losing it later. So, definitely, I mean, it's worth it. Any percentage is worth it, even if you lose it nearly immediately afterwards. But NFG Bumblebees, they are going to equalize. Already at that 16%. Shows how long it does not take to get that. Concussion Blast is going to hit pretty much nothing. Neither is that Halt. Oh, well, never mind. Spectator Glitch, because that looked like it was going to hit nothing. Moity, I mean, they have a lot of ults. Do NFG Bumblebees. Chaotic Crab and Croissant kind of have their ults as well. Probably going to look to get that. Zero's up in them right now. Like, in their face. I mean, yeah. Neat little niche play to break their bunker. It works out. Probably isn't going to work a second time. Immortality Field, it is going to be out from Desikira, and they are just going to disengage. But Desikira steps out of his field. Zero is behind them. Zero's flanking right now. Gamma's going to go down to Zero as well. Moity with the barrage.
Both Mays fighting against each other. Jiro taking out two in the back line, still going as is. Taking out not one, not two, not
Zero took down
three right now. Still staying in the back line. Only one contesting point other than amplified on Lucio. Oh, could have been a really nice boop right there. NFG is going to be able to take that, but Jiro, man, Seen him flank like 2 times already, getting more than 2 kills every zone.
There was a point in that fight where I'm not going to talk about Giro right now. Skokilla was literally just freezing Croissant over and over again. Like, Croissant used Hook and was just trying to walk away. And Skokilla wasn't going for any right clicks, was literally just sitting there. I mean, the Mays are putting in, whether it's like in the kill feed or whether it's just with the left click with the freezes, they're both putting in so much work. Oh, Moiety, that was a great pick. That might win them the point, actually. Amplified had the sound barrier. Skokilla is going to go down. Didn't have the Blizzard, so only utility would have been out of freeze. But Moiety does have another barrage. Is going to drop it on them right now.
Barrage coming in
get
both the Orisa, Moira, and, you know, sucking in the Roadhog off the point and continuing to move forward here. Amplified coming in with the beat, and the Reaper is going to be able to take not 1, not 2. Probably going to be looking for a 3rd here. Moiety trying to get as much poking as possible to take out and secure this point for NFG right now. Having to stay up in the air. Is going to take out the Reaper. Moiety then using concussion to take out May. See him continue to try and take. They're going to be pushing up the 99. It's now in the favor of Slipstream. We're going to see how it's all played. Croissant going back to the Wrecking Ball. Wrecking Ball seeing on both sides here. Coalescence being brought out from Moira. Amplification Square is going to be coming out. We're going to see how it's all played. Really nice full range hook by Babkit.
No.
We're going to be continuing to go in here. Croissant getting poked out from Whole Hog and then continuing to go forward. Amplified in a really sticky situation. Is trying to move his way around. Hoping to do the best he can. Chaotic switching to Tracer. Trying to stall for as much as they can right now. Here we're going to see a Blizzard coming in from Jiro. Is going to take out both Skokilla and Gamma. They're going to be able to focus both those targets down immediately and continue to play this game throughout. Gamma saving himself with his grapple, trying to get up and get as much value as he can.
Oh, Gamma gets booped after saving himself. But Skokilla has this, the Blizzard!
And Moiety as well also has that barrage. We're going to have to see how it's being played right now. Slipstream is going to be able, almost taking that point right now. They need to have contestation.
They booped Moiety out. That was the longest overtime. Oh my lord. Is there going to be coverage on Division 2? This is Division 2.
Really nice play by them.
The Division 1 game is the one not being covered right now.
But Moiety on that far getting so much value, building up barrage really quickly. But to be honest with you, Jiro with the flanks on May have been ridiculous this match. On Elios, going in from the back line twice, going not only on the main tank but the off tank as well, and winning that fight.
Yeah, you danced right.
Really well played by Jiro. Honestly, carried that last map, and I'm really hoping to see a lot more from him in this current match right now.
Absolutely. I mean, I got the cam on Jiro right now, just showing so much chaos. I mean, there's one thing that a lot of teams in our league don't do well with, and that's dealing with when their fine tailored plans are going amok because of players like Jiro. And Sauce is going to get antied, but the bubble will be there. Great cleanse from Croissant. Good work. I've been pretty impressed with the tank line from Slipstream. I'll be honest with you. They're looking pretty good. Skokilla and Gamma both looking really low. And Sauce is going to get antied right after I praise him. Go figure. Both teams do not have a
Croissant, for sure, playing, you know, with that Zarya, getting a lot of value from bubbles and trying to save his teammates for as long as he can. Is going to get that res on a Gamma, but he's going to get killed out right away. A lot of damage coming in from both Zarya and Reaper.
Orb gets 2. Jeez.
Orb getting 2. I feel like Winter's putting out a lot of healing, and they really need to be able to counter that and move on with it. Not having an Ana in their team right now can be a little bit difficult, but Desi switching to the Moira just to match it up with heals, as well as the damage orbs that are flying across the map at the moment. They're going to try and get a little matchup here. Having a pharmacy on the NFG side instead of having, you know, the Lucio and the May can be a little bit difficult, a little bit tricky for Gamma to try to get in and make a play possible. He's going to need a lot of sustain, and he's going to need a lot of bubble coverage from the off tank. Really nice shatter getting down both the DPS. Pushing in, Moiety using the barrage, taking out both Zarya and Lucio. All that's left right now is Ant. He's going to be taken down as well. 50% coming in from Academy, and NFG's going to be able to take this here.
And that was really nice. The Moira swap paying dividends. A lot more sustain for NFG Bumblebees in that fight. They don't even need it that much, I guess. They only build up to 50% of a coalescence, but I mean the utility gets it done. Babkit's able to build up 70% to a grav, and I mean they have the Valk and the Blizzard to hold this for quite a while. They only have the Beat and the Shatter. Chaotic Crab's coming up on his Death Blossom pretty soon, but definitely okay. Let's see.
Absolutely,
Ansauce.
Shatter coming down onto Babkit.
Gets
It's taken
Babkit,
out right away.
Oh my God, Ansauce.
And going in like crazy here. That Flame Strike taking out both the supports. Really well played. A lot of damage, a lot of scattered damage I found. A really nice spam comp coming in from Academy. Getting that much damage out just in a matter of time. Only using Coalescence and a Shatter is really impressive. Keeping the Alt Academy, you know, sticking together, and then, you know, keeping those more resourceful ults for when something sticky happens. Giro is going to get hit by Gamma right now. It's going to be a 5v6 for NFG, so we're going to have to figure out how this all works. The barrage just hitting the clip of Croissant right now. He's going to be taken down. Gotta watch out for Chaotic right now. He's getting really close to that Maze. Is going to get froze out and deleted. We're going to see how Gamma's going to be playing this for sure. Deskira with the right clicks. You know, getting a lot of focus damage, just taking down 3 people in that fight.
That's an angry Moira.
But Academy holding on to a 98% right now.
Yep, Academy, they just need to win one more fight, and they have both the Blizzard and the Grav. They do have to go up again. I mean, there are no support ults.
A Blizzard and a Grav, swapping off the Reaper to a McCree.
Just to get deal with Moira,
they might be able to make this happen if the McCree can hit the headshots. That they get from this Blizzard. Use the same thing again.
Oh, it's
really
huge.
Nice grab by their part.
Oh my lord! Let him get 6. Let him get 6. Let him get 6.
Yeah! All 6.
Moity.
Ridiculous ultimate
coming up with the goods.
Babkit, really good placement on the Grav. The May wall tried to save them, but it just wasn't enough.
That Maywall was actually that was 900 IQ. That was just, I mean, that was positioned really well. Did about as much as you could. Moity going a little low for a second. Not really respecting Chaotic Crabs and McCree there, but does learn to respect it. Good for them. Oh, the tanks, they're walled off.
They're able to get right on the point. It's honestly going to be Skokilla putting out the Blizzard first on this point.
Both runs down.
Having both of them out, Coalescence is going to be coming out from Des. He's going to get as much value as possible. The rest coming in onto the Ryan right now is looking more in the favor of NFG, taking out the Zarya now. Lucio just speeding around trying to do the most he can right now just to be able to contest point. He's going to be taking it as well. Reinhardt, they're going to have to push him away. The Shatter's going to come out, and that's going to be the map for NFG.
You just got the main tank treatment right there. Ansauce did. He got concussed, got shattered, just wasn't allowed to go near the point whatsoever. All the CC right in his face. But man, NFG Bumblebees, Slipsteam Academy only needed to get 2%, and they had a great deal of ults right there. They had great ults to make that happen. But I mean, Bumblebees made it happen. That was the grit I was talking about earlier. That's hard. That's hard-earned grit. That's perseverance. It was a really well fought point for them. So I mean, this could go any way. This could go any way. Chaotic Crabs, he's gonna match Moity on the Pharah.
3, 2, 1. Round 3. Capture.
Absolutely, and right now, you know, I mean, I could try to make a joke, but it's not going to work. But no ultimates right now. It's a raw bagel.
Stop. Stop. Stop.
I'm totally kidding. Dude, I'm telling you, it's what we call it.
That's fine.
I'm not even kidding.
Let's see this Chaotic Crab. Oh, Chaotic barely misses Moity.
I'm really liking the Widow pick on Slipstream side. They're able to contest the high ground and try to make something work here.
Nope. Giro just got absolutely schmelted right there. Got walled off. Oh, pin. Unlucky. Hits no one. No vacuum pin for Ansauce. Ansauce is in their back line. Their front line is just kind of everywhere right now. Croissant is just ult fodder for Winter right now. Hopefully they don't pop it because they practically lost this point before it's even happened. But as I say that, Elfin is going down.
Ooh.
Croissant dead. Chaotic Crab's actually going to get someone back. Oh my god, it's back and forth. I don't actually know what to say right now. Amplified with the boop and Chaotic getting the Pharah, but it looks like nah. Nah.
No, and NFG is going to be taking this. You know, having the Widow
Ozero Noble.
for one of their players makes it so that, you know, the Widow can't be able to contest that point in the meantime while they're fighting. Therefore, right now, as of this point, NFG is going to be able to hold unless some switches are made.
Moody is 1 HP right now.
I will not waste this opportunity.
Because for this map right now, you can't really play something that is not to touch that point. This is basically a type of one where you would run classes such as Symmetra, as May, even Reaper, just having that aggressiveness. You'll have to play it. The counter Shatter coming in. Gamma playing that a lot better. Moini using the Barrage as well, taking out both not one but two players. Chaotic staying in the back. Skokilla getting a really
Oh,
nice
that was a
headshot.
nice right click. That was a little dirty. Moody, I think, is
It was a
swapping.
little dirty.
That's what I imagine. They're both swapping. Maybe. I hope so.
No one can hide
Yeah.
from my
So it looks like Moody will swap over to the Hanzo. Elfin's going to go over to the Lucio. They'll be back into the fight pretty quickly. But that is a window where Slipstream Academy is going to be able to come back in. They do have the Coalescence. They're going to be able to sustain on the point pretty well.
Absolutely, they're going to have to play this really quickly. If anything, Elfin's going to get picked right away as well as
Yeah.
Skokilla. Croissant's going to be using the whole hog, taking out two, as well as Coalescence coming in. Only using 3 ultimates during that fight in counter to a swap. A very late swap right now.
But I mean, of all things, they do have time, right? They did build up to almost 80%. They are within almost one fight territory, maybe one and a half if it's a really fast fight. So, if anything, oh well, that's a good pick right there. Moity gonna take down Chaotic Crab, no mercy on the side of.
Absolutely, and here we see a Blizzard going down as well as the beat from Amplify, but it's not gonna be able to hold them up for that long. Gamma's gonna come right in and do as much as he can. The counter blades
Blizzard's
are
big.
coming in. Croissant taking out 2 players right now, and they're going to keep moving in. Babkit really needs to be careful with how she uses her bubbles, using it very early. Needs to watch out for a hook that might be coming in on one of the supports. We'll have to see how it's played right now. Winter using the right clicks instead of a left click, either, you know, if you either wanted to heal or you wanted to do damage. Really executive decision he's going to have to make here. Staying in that fight though, Jiro coming back in, bubble going on. Really nice Shatter taking out not 1 but 2. And then continuing to move forward, and by himself is going to get a little scattered out right now. Trying to do a May wall and then charging into it. But they are able to stand here at 88%.
I mean, not healing right there is. I mean, what Winter is now 96% of the Coalescence. Not healing right there. Very likely could have, you know, that could have gotten a Coalescence. They just threw a Dragon into a grab that was kind of a whiff, so that's kind of unfortunate on their side. Chaotic Crab is going to come in and get the pick, but it does not matter. They are on the side of NFG Bumblebees. They are absolutely pounding. But as I say that, Ansauce.
Academy, the beat's gonna go down. They're gonna be able to have a lot of shield and health getting pushed on from this. Moira being the last one on that point. Wrecking Ball trying to do as much as she can just to be able to contest. They're gonna have to switch to stall heroes very shortly. We're gonna see Chaotic switch to a Pharah and continuing to move forward. Already on the Pharah, but he won't be able to make it to point, and that's gonna be NFG's map here.
Man, that was
It was a really nice shatter by Academy, and I wish they could have made it happen.
big grab barrage here.
Look, check out the graph here.
Yeah, I mean, it's just smart. That you can't say anything else about it. It's just smart. And they're nice enough to let him get the 6. That was awesome. Good for them. Moity pulling off the good old 6K. 17 barrage kills after 6 barrages. That's pretty darn good efficiency. And that's almost 3 per barrage.
Oh, that's ridiculous, yeah.
But, all right, guys.
Alrighty.
You got it.
Yeah, we got one more map coming up, and this is going to be the breaker here. We'll be right back just after a quick little break, and then we'll get on to the next map.
See you guys in a moment. So you guys are missing a Poggers match for Marchless. Oh yeah. I think that's getting recorded. This match is really close too. I wish they were on separate days because I haven't actually casted Marchless and I really want to. But I was actually signed up for both and didn't realize that they were both at the same time. But yeah, I wish we were I don't wish we were casting that other than this. I wish we could have casted that after this, but I know it's late. That stuff is. I'm gonna go back and watch that VOD though, because that's awesome. I'm happy to hear it's actually close.
Alrighty, fantastic.
Whoops, sorry,
Coming
guys.
with perhaps the last map of this series here, NFG Bumblebees versus Slipsteam Academy. We're gonna see how it all plays out, and we're gonna see how it goes. I'm sorry, I'm reading chat at the same time, and it's just toxic.
Oh
like,
no,
they're literally sitting there like, oh man, like I don't know what's happened. It's like, you know, I can't pick Sigma, so.
is that what the rules say? No Sigma until.
Nope. So how the rules are set in these maps is there is no 2-2-2 lock. We've also disabled Sigma, so he is not a playable character during the series.
So is that gonna be during knockout probably when we enforce 2-2-2?
I believe he's going to be activated in that in the knockout.
Sounds good. Let's see what Giroux's doing. So Giroux on his tried and true May pick right now. He's sitting in a cheeky location right now, trying to do something. They must have a plan. Moity looks
Probably
like he's
probably just looking for a May wall.
Yeah. Just trying to. Let's see. Do they see him? They do not see him. No one is currently looking at him. Oh, okay, the Macy's misses the sleep, but they know he's there. Giroux might be inting right now. We'll see.
Yeah, he might be in a little bit of a situation right now as Gokilla also picking the May. He's going to get picked as well. And they're just going to continue rolling in. You know, losing that May super early is not beneficial for Academy whatsoever. They're gonna be able to keep pushing. Thanos going in by himself alone.
No, drop down.
Immediately, Roadhog also going down. Anna trying to keep him up as long as he can, but it might be just too late. The Pharah damage coming in. Anna playing super high up. Zarya's gonna just be able to poke her out and continue. Anna's actually gonna try to get out as fast as she can, but Skokilla trying to be designated on that to chase him, but Anna's gonna be getting out right away. 80%, 90% up to a nano coming in from Amplified. So we'll see how it goes through. Moity also has that barrage, might be trying to come in from the back. He is right now. And there he goes, getting 1, 2. Even the nano going out onto their Roadhog, but it isn't going to be enough.
Moity's killing it. I mean, let's be honest. Like they put Chaotic Crab on the McCree to even go and kind of counter, but he's just absolutely pounding right now. And friends, we did not explain, but Thanos Car has subbed in for the main tank role. So that's why there is a different player in the main tank right now. It is almost dead. Is going to die 100%. Okay, that's what I thought. Skokilla throws in that Blizzard just to make sure all the split spawns are killed off. I mean, I would say efficiently, but throwing your ult on split spawns probably isn't always the best. But, you know, they died, so who's really complaining?
Croissant getting a really nice hook onto Gamma.
Gamma's gonna do it
Gamma
up there.
playing really far up. Really needs to be careful on how that goes. Jiro super low health by himself on the point. Is going to get taken out immediately. Thanos using shield super early. They're going to be able to push right in. Searing High Noon going to be taking out only the Mercy.
Moity's
Croissant
in.
getting so much value on the Roadhog right now. Moity coming in on the back line, trying to get as much value as possible right now. Taking out the Ana and maybe taking out the Zen after all. We'll see how it's all played out. Chaotic is going to be able to take it out with Winter's Discord. And the hook coming in from Croissant, taking out Ana, becoming now a stagger.
That was
Academy-
almost horrible for Slipstream Academy. Chaotic actually got the stun on Moity and missed the shot when he's about 1 HP. So he almost got the Ana pocket and then proceeded to die. But that could have been destructive. Moity does have the barrage that could have been nasty, but they got a little lucky.
Absolutely. With Gamma dying early, just as we saw right now, it is going to be, you know, just a little bit of a wait, but Gamma's going to be getting back in. Elfin
Okay.
SDing?
Clearing the area.
Well, we know it wasn't a DC because we have it made so that we we automatically pause when a DC happens. So
Might have been an accident. Not quite sure.
It's all right.
Elfin throwing.
See, Elfin has been supporting Moity and allowing Moity to do all these crazy things all series. So I'll give Elfin one. But Moity gonna not really respecting Chaotic right now. I mean, just kind of going in and. Oh.
Needs to be very careful. No one actually touching Gamma right now. He's still on the point in the back line. Not really much he can do. Trying to get as much damage. Is going to be able to take out Chaotic. Ana staying, you know, near bridge, just trying to do the best she can. Elfin really close to falling off the edge once again. I don't know. Elfin in that river is just not having a good time.
Not one bit. And this is where it kind of gets a little bit scary. It gets a little bit scary if you are NFG Bumblebees. They are stuck at this corner right now. They do have the barrage. They almost have the blizzard. And they have the grab. They don't want to commit too much to this because they're still probably going to have another fight after they have to win this. And taking points there.
Bumblebees making the right choice here.
Absolutely.
Bumblebees making the right choice here, moving up on this high ground. If you're able to contest onto this, that's a really nice Maywall. They're gonna be able to get 2 picks
nice
right here
nade.
really nicely. Beautiful nade going on to Winter in the back. Chaotic taking out the pharmacy right away. Grab going in from Bab. Chaotic popping off, staying in the background. You know, getting free shots in, no threat against him whatsoever. He's gonna keep shooting blanks. Gonna be able to take out Gamma,
might be a
getting a
nasty
whole
stagger.
hog. Really nice sleep on a Croissant, but it's not going to be enough for them to push through.
I mean, at this point, they're staggering pretty hard right now. Moity is not in a good place. He's kind of lucky that they don't notice him. Not like they can do a whole lot right now. He's just chilling above him, but he does need to wait for his team, and thankfully, he does. Gamma Thought does have the Shatter online, so you know they've been pretty alright so far. I feel like Ant was getting the better of him in the main tank war, but you know, maybe up against Thanos is a different kind of matchup. We'll see how that goes. That was a big halt from Thanos, but ultimately nothing comes of it. Shield is broken.
Skokilla coming in with that Blizzard. Winter on the Zenyatta saving their May, but Gamma's going to be taking that out right away. Chaotic still in the backline with Zen, just putting out so much damage and making sure that, you know, their front line is still staying alive. But as I'm saying that, they're getting slowly pushed away. Babkit with a lot of energy right now, just pushing up and towards their point, continuing to put that aggression, you know, so they can actually secure this point right here. Ana taking that second point, now having a minute 50. Elfin, stop falling in the water. This is like a third time. Third time.
I don't know what's going on. Okay, okay. Tactical reset. Giro got stunned. Does have the blizzard. Oh, is that a nano? Oh, lordy loo, we got a nano blizzard coming out. Is gonna be frozen. Skokilla is probably gonna die though. Oh my god, those right clicks are actually disgusting. Giro popping off with the help of that nano. Absolutely chunking down Gamma Thought.
Absolutely. You know, getting a lot of value from the blizzard being used early. They really need to make sure as to what ultimates they have to use next. Only having the Orisa ult and the High Noon, they're going to have to be very careful and play very slow to make sure that they can get a defensive ult coming up. as I'm saying that, Thanos going down, Chaotic being blocked off by the Mei wall, has to be able to creep behind shield to see how much value he gets from it. Here comes the grab coming in. Gamma getting full in with a Nano Ryan. He's gonna have to try to do the best
Big
he
anti
can.
from
Moody
Desi.
getting the really nice stun onto the enemy McCree, and then continuing to move forward, getting 3 right now. Continuing to go through Zenyatta, staying in the back, just throwing out as much orbs as he can. Does have Transcendence, so we'll see as to how they're going to play that. At the moment, Academy
Wonder if they
trying to
force
hold
it.
as much as they
Oh,
can.
dead.
30 seconds left on the clock. NFG continuing to push forward. Academy really needs to group up and make a play happen.
Yeah, they're staggering pretty hard right now. Blizzard is going to be thrown out from Skokilla. Is going to
And
wall
here
up
we see
Chaotic Grab.
Skokilla is going to keep him on the backsides. Gamma getting the Ana way in the back. Really nice bubble by Babkit. They're going to be able to take out Thanos and continuing to move forward. Jero's still on the cart. Not getting killed quite yet. Using Icicle and then continuing to move forward. Really nice Maywall coming in as well as Whole Hog. Huge anti coming in by Des. And we'll see how it's all played. Moity taking out the high noon. They're going to have to hide behind cart. Maybe pushing them forward and trying to make something happen. Is going to get Ana in the background right now. Thanos using Pile really early is going to get taken out by Moity, getting a lot of damage out right now. Nano with the Shatter coming out as well. Zenyatta staying on the left. They are going to switch to a Wrecking Ball. He's going to try to contest as long as he can. He also getting antied as well. We're going to see Gamma try to use a charge to get him off the point, but he's going to continue to roll by. Is going to get picked as well, and they're able to take this point in the 3.
I mean, that was just a great overtime push. That was a great overtime push. Moity kind of kicks off that by killing Amplified with the Deadeye, just slightly out of position, like side to the. I think Amplified thought they were behind a pillar or something, but actually were caught out by the Deadeye, and I mean the snowball just kind of kicked off right after that. NFG Bumblebees just a really nice, not dry, but like nice slow push. I mean that's kind of what Ryan Zarya without a Lucio is designed for, right? Just a nice slow push, and I mean they do what they need to do. A really good job by them.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And honestly, we've seen a lot of value from Jero's May. Playing really, really well, flanking when he needs to. The blizzards that have been coming out, the one on second point, I don't think it was truly necessary. I think it could have been saved for another fight, and could have had a lot more value. Um, but still, they were able to hold them and get them into overtime on that third point. So if they are able to get some time onto this point, um, we might see, not going to map 5. But
Yeah, 100%. So I have a question. Both teams have been playing a lot of Reinhardt today. I mean, we've even seen NFG, or not NFG, we've seen Slipstream Academy playing like the Roadhog and the Reinhardt. Do you think the new like 30% CC blocking passive is just making him that much more fun to play? Or do you think it's
depends.
pretty meta?
It depends, honestly.
Or maybe it's
It depends, honestly. At the moment, right now, the 2 most picked DPSs are going to have to be Mei and Hanzo.
Yeah.
Both some of the best DPSs right now.
Oh, Zero on the flank again.
Jero on the flank again, taking out Baptiste. But no, seeing both the Reinhardts, it's going to be really, really, really difficult to understand, if it's worth it to have either the 30% or using the Orisa, even though the shield has been nerfed quite a bit, delaying that cooldown by 1 second, right? So understanding, when it's most valuable to use shields and continuing on forward. NFG though holding this point pretty well, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Even without their main tank there, coming in right now, they are doing quite a good hold just as how they are. Skokilla is gonna get shot out by the Hanzo, and now we're gonna see Chaotic and Jero play that Hanzo Mei.
Dragons are coming out, followed by the Shatter. This might be a disgusting combo.
We're going to see Ana get popped out, as well as Transcendence coming in. Oh, sorry, not Transcendence. My goodness. It's late for me.
It's okay.
Alrighty. It happens.
Was it
Coalescence.
Coalescence,
My
yeah.
apologies. Yes. Really a Coalescence on Orion, actually.
Ooh, nice pick. They're not letting Giro get those flanks anymore. I feel it. They're sick of it. They're done. Winter's gonna get picked. That's another stagger kill.
I'm seeing Moity get a lot of value on that Hanzo right now. I don't know if you're capturing this, but
That's exactly who I'm on right now.
yeah, no, he's getting a lot of value onto that. Getting the headshots that he needs, you know, focusing out the squishies, and the main tanks are being left, you know, to try and attempt to push forward. It's being really well played.
Yeah, and I mean,
You
Moity
need to be
just uses
careful.
dragons, and they might actually have a grab dragons for this fight. Like, he's just building them that quickly.
Absolutely. Looks like Thanoscar is going to be going for a shatter here very shortly. Is playing very aggressive. Here comes a nano, and we're going to see this come out very shortly if it's going to happen. Is going to get froze out. Here comes a dragon going on to Ryan. He's going to get actually picked out during this. Yeah.
Ooh, okay, yeah, I was
He
about
get
to
picked out
say
during
he
the
was
dragon.
he was getting a strong pocket, but yeah, he's not surviving that.
Absolutely. But the ultimates that have been coming out from NFG have been pretty good. At the moment, they only have Grav and Shatter pretty close, as well as Coalescence. But we do see here Slipstream Academy doing quite a bit of switches, still holding on to Shatter and Dragon. Transcendence coming out right now. They really want to make this push possible. Here comes the Dragon coming in.
Oh,
really nice
great
hook
idea
by
for
Roadhog.
dragon.
They're going to be able to take out both Gamma and Skokilla. Here comes the grab now. Coalescence coming out, trying to get as much value as possible onto Slipstream Academy. Croissant playing super aggressive with the hooks and both the right clicks. Moity being left in the back as well as Elfin, and they're both going to be taking techno.
I mean, and that was just a heads up play from Chaotic. I mean, he knows he himself has his dragon, and they're just pushing in on him. Oh, Gamma might actually get caught out here. He's looking in a pretty. Oh, that's a
Name from Spawn.
That's a 3-man shatter.
Gamma really well done taking out both tanks. Gonna be taking out Thanos and Hanzo. Croissant trying to stay in that front line, trying to do as much as he can. He's gonna focus out right away. Ryan playing a little bit aggressive, Squirrel, a really nice shot onto the Zenyatta, even though it was a body shot. Plat. But you know, really making a good play there and just continuing to move forward. We are still seeing.
Oh wait, there's no
Jiro.
time. They lose.
Wow.
They
Wow.
lose. I mean, yeah, I was literally
Wow.
about to go on to full analysis mode, and
I was honestly about to as well. I thought they had that.
but
But I believe that's going to be it. NFG going 3-2 against. Is it 3-1 or 3-2?
3-1, 3-1. Yeah, no map 5 today. It was looking like there could have been. It was a very close series. I don't think 3-1's indicative of how close this game was. Aside from that last map.
I found that Academy played really well on that Lunar Colony. That was the one map that they won, and just by how it looked, you know, they played the bunker, they played it properly, used the May walls to push off where they need to push, and then blocking off the line of sight from NFG, moving onto the point, and then taking it from there, moving it to the next level, holding it, and making them fight for that point. It was really well done by them.
It was really well done. I agree. I think they have a lot to look forward to. I think coming into our next few weeks and maybe our knockout round, Slipstream Academy have a lot to be proud of. They have a lot that they can build on. They're looking really good. I think Giro and Chaotic, they're a really good DPS duo. I think Winter is an excellent flex support. Or just all-around support player, really. I think we saw him playing a lot of different supports, but did a really excellent job. So I think, yeah, they have a lot to be proud of. They played really well.
Absolutely. And out of all the players, who do you think would get this this Torb Hammer for this to play?
So they all just left the lobby, but I would say out of everyone, I would probably give it to Moity. I think Moity was dominant even in their losses. I think Moity was the most dominant player in the server. I think just always getting, even in fights they were losing, was just always getting, you know, 2-3 picks. Like, Moity was just kind of a force to be reckoned with. Didn't really, even though the DPS on Slipstream Academy would pound at times, it just seemed like Moity was kind of on a whole different level compared to everyone else, just making opportunities for his team that the other two weren't able to do. So that's who I would give it to. You got any nominations?
I know that that Jiro played a really good May.
Yes.
There was a lot of flanks. There was really good walls. I found that he got the most value out of his kit that he was playing. I know Moity got quite a few good barrages as well as Babkit with the bombs. It was honestly very difficult to honestly say one person.
Absolutely.
But if I was to give Torphammer, I would honestly put my vote towards either Jiro or Moity.
Awesome. All right, so I'm gonna for the tiebreaker there. I'm just gonna say the team who won, the player on the team who won, can have it. So good job, Moity. Golden Hammer, chat of the match, wonderful job. Um, I don't know. Do you want to do any interviews? I don't have any plans to, but if you
Dude,
wanna,
honestly, you know what? We could probably throw in Moity here. I know he's
yeah,
getting pretty feisty, ready to do something here, so we'll have to invite him in.
absolutely. You want to go get him? I'll be right here. I'll think of some questions. Want a pug? Buzz, buzz, buzz. Easy tea time. Buzz, buzz. Wait. Buzz.
Why can't I get Moity? Why is he in Slipstream? Hold on, stand by.
Pug.
Here, just come to the channel here.
Okay.
Gonna spamming.
Wrong one.
Go back on the run. Go back.
We got full held.
Full held. You totally got full
We
held.
got full held.
You got full held on Lunar Colony.
Yeah, we were not ready for that.
You were not ready for that at all. How do you think they played that?
They played it really well. They had a really good focus, and then when we dive, we tend to do a lot of like bouncing in and out with our Winston so that he doesn't die. And when he would try to escape on the low health, they would save Hook for that and just completely shred us. So they played it super well. I was pleasantly surprised.
I found Jiro played really well with the Maywalls. They were really well executed. Jiro also found a way to push him from the back line and putting a lot of aggression onto you guys. But you on your Pharah playing on that Elios map, you and Babkit had a lot of synergy together. Coordinating bubbles, coordinating the grabs, as well as barrages. It was really well played. Your positioning was phenomenal. There was a couple little errors just with understanding, when you need to use ultimates, how you wanted to use them, and whether it was valuable or not to make that executive decision. But other than that, you guys played really well. And these are faults that you can watch over a VOD or you can watch over the stream and kind of figure out how you want to make that work, what kind of changes you need to make with your comps, whether going into team fights using different ultimates, and with the ult economy change, having that different percent, it's going to be very hard at the moment for your supports to figure out exactly when they have ultimates, how you want to use them, and then perfectly execute a plan, right?
Oh, completely. Yeah, this was the May Reaper is not a thing that we were prepared for, hence our complete flop on Lunar Colony. But that comp that we pulled out was something we put together in our last match against NFG Chaos when they played the same thing, and so it's not a comp we have a lot of practice on. So it's kind of difficult to run it like as crisply as we'd run like say Goats that we put so much time into. Like it's not a practice comp, so it was definitely pretty scuffed. But I think it worked out well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we gave you the golden hammer for this game here. It was a really nice barrage that we saw in Elios.
That was
every
100%
class,
Babkit.
100%. But you executed what you need to do. You put the aggression against them. You did carry a couple of fights. I did see. You built up barrage, in the right times and continued to move forward and made those pushes possible. So it was very well done.
Yeah, it was a good game. It was a lot of the teams just started really clicking, so it's a little bit harder with everybody. Everyone's kind of figuring us out, so we're trying to adapt, and it's just definitely getting a lot more contesting from all the teams so far. Slipstream Academy is not an exception. They played it really well.
Yeah, absolutely. Alrighty, perfect. I think we're gonna end it here. Really good job on the Bumblebees side, going 3-1 against Academy. Academy actually taking a map off them. Really played well, and we're gonna continue to see these matchups once 2-2 gets come out, as well as Sigma, and then we'll see how you guys play from there.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, dude. Good job.
Alrighty, perfect. And
Alright.
I believe that's it.
Yep, guys. We
That was
will
kind of pog.
see you in a few days. Stream. We will see you in a few days for our next game. I honestly don't know when it is. I'm not gonna lie to you. But the stream will go live sometime in the evening, and you'll know. So we will see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. NFG Bumblebees takes down Slipstream Academy 3-1. Not quite the 4-0 like last time, but we will see you guys later.
Why is there feet